How's it going, everyone? VenomousStare here, back with Game 3 of a Zerg versus Protoss between the American in the blue, Neeb, and the Korean in the red, Hydra. If you missed the first two games, they'll be in the description, but I'll just do a quick recap. In Game 1, Hydra opened with an aggressive pool build that failed. Neeb narrowly held and closed out the game with macro. The next game was a macro game on Dust Towers, where Hydra opened with some Dropper Lord aggression, which Neeb held perfectly, and Neeb closed the game out with macro again and hit a timing right before Hydra got ultras. Both players are electing to do macro builds this game, at least for the moment. I like to see this. Neeb putting a pylon extremely far out. If I were to guess, he's going to photon overcharge this and kill the rocks at some point. Neeb also blocks Hydra's third with the pylon, which is obnoxious, although he does cancel. I know most Protoss players like to cancel, but as a Zerg it really chaps my ass whenever Protoss lets that pylon finish, because then I have to make lings to kill it. It's not fun. Neeb is going to pressure forward with this Adept and get some scouting information. He's going to see the entirety of Hydra's base, and he's going to type lag in chat. Ooh. Neeb runs forward with this Adept and gets more valuable scouting information. Great move by Neeb. Let's see if he saw that. He did not. Wow, okay. So Neeb thinks that he knows what Hydra's doing, and the one iota of space that he missed was the relevant part. Hydra's going for a drop Overlord, and I don't think Neeb knows. As he's harassing this fourth. Nice move. So this could actually do some damage, as Neeb has a Phoenix coming out, as well as two more gateways. So Neeb seems to be doing a very similar build to the builds he did in games 1 and 2. Neeb taking a very quick third as well. Hydra's going to try to do this Dropper Lord drop, and I suppose the third wasn't that early. Okay, Neeb sees what's going on, but he's going to lose some stuff. Hydra hit right as the two gateways were about to turn on. And apparently there was more lag at the time of this replay. This is a Dreamhack game, by the way. Neeb warps in more Adepts to try to defend this push. Hydra has a lair and drones coming behind this. And if we go to units lost, Hydra hasn't really killed that many drones, but he's been a huge pain in the ass for Neeb, and he's severely halted mining. He also scouted Neeb's third, so Hydra didn't do a lot of damage per se, but he got a lot of necessary information and delayed Neeb a lot. Neeb is going to harass with these two Phoenix, which is an excellent move. Oftentimes you see players not really harass that much until they have 4 Phoenix. Neeb doesn't wait. He goes straight for the throat, and I love to see that. Hydra is building his favorite unit, the Hydra. Or his ability to make his favorite unit, rather. Lots of drones for Hydra already. 58. Also consider Neeb has been picking them off. So both players are electing to macro again. Exciting stuff. Hydra's going to send his Dropper Lord in, but this is a fake. He's just trying to get Neeb to panic. I think the idea here was to imply that he had Banes in this and just scare Neeb. Notice how Neeb split his forces. That's indicative of him fearing Banelings. Double Robo on the way for Neeb, and he turns on the cannon and kills the Overlord, and he pulls more probes. So Hydra very interestingly did that aggressive move with the Dropper Lord. Didn't do any damage, but delayed so much mining. So that's nice to see. I always like to see creative little plays like that. Neeb loses a Phoenix after flying them into Hydras. Hydra's +1 range upgrade is about to complete, and Neeb might lose another Phoenix. He almost does. Hydra's taking out these bottom rocks. Oftentimes Zergs will take both of these out and do a lurker push on this high ground. I wonder if that's what's going to happen. Hydra also has +2 range upgrades on the way. And Neeb is destroying these rocks, so I imagine that we're going to see some conflict in this area very shortly. Neeb's observer, I think he can see this? Yes, okay, now he knows what's happening. And he does not really have that many units. He needs to be careful. Hydra continues to produce Hydras. Neeb intelligently hallucinates a Phoenix, although he's going to scout the base, not the army. Lots of dropper lords for Hydra. He's going to drop into the main. Very creative move. I'd be interested to see whether he attacks the 4th while he does this. So here comes this drop for Hydra. He's definitely going to do damage. Ooh, kills that homage to Artosis, shutting down the blink research and 3 upgrades, or 3 gateways. This is going to be very, very difficult for Neeb to deal with because his production has been so severely affected. He's going to pull a lot of his army to deal with this, but as he does that, Hydra's pushing the 4th, but Neeb left enough army there to try to defend. He loses his mothership core and loses a few units down at his 4th. But one thing he did not lose is the game. So Neeb holds that little push. But it was a nice move by Hydra, and here comes Hydra with round 2. Hydras are very good against Immortals after these shields go down. Hydraling coming forward for Hydra. He's going to pressure Neeb's 4th. Neeb lost his mothership core. He desperately needed the pylon overcharge to deal with this. And Neeb GG's. So Hydra doesn't lose. It's now 2-1 Neeb. He uses a Hydraling bust to crack Neeb's 4th. If you enjoyed it, subscribe. It's free.